Lift the roof, raise the roof. Hey, everybody. What's up? Welcome to the First United Methodist Church of Loomis. We're recording on a Friday. That's why I'm so perky today.
Yeah, I'm trying to multitask here. But
it's Friday. We're having a ball. My name's Ray. We've got Alison and Melanie. Wave. Hi, folks. Everybody knows who we are by now, I'm hoping.
Folks.
So, and I reached out to both of you because we've got a milestone coming up in about 5 weeks.
Yes.
1 year of this podcast.
Wow.
So we're going to have to do something special for that day.
We had to move into the toddler phase.
Yes. Pretty soon we'll be in all terrible twos.
Yeah, we kind of are already.
Yeah, that's true.
Behaviorally,
yeah. But it's been a beautiful, beautiful week. I've gone for walks every morning this week, and with nice cool breeze. The heat broke. Just been amazing. It's been really crazy at work. But how's your week been? Melanie's still unpacking.
we are. I don't know where anything is, but we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
We have the kitchen put together, and that's kind of all really you need.
And as long as you have coffee, if you drink coffee.
Yeah.
First thing I had, and bathroom. Yeah. The first thing I had to unpack when we got in this house, which was 8 years ago this month, we were looking back through the Facebook memories. First thing I had to unpack was a coffee mug and the coffee maker.
Oh, yeah.
So Sunday, what do we have? We had the Parable of the Weeds.
No, this one is...
No, we had last week was Parable of the Weeds.
Oh, okay. I was like, don't scare me. I've lost it.
Recycle your sermon. That's easy.
Yeah.
And people will be like, did I hear that?
But
the Lord is really speaking to you.
But didn't Bonnie and Nathan do an amazing job?
They were so adorable.
Nathan was just so cute and just stood there and sang next to Bonnie. I thought it was amazing.
Yes.
And I think I'm not sure how much he liked it. When I heard from Bonnie, she's not quite sure how he handled that yet.
He was a little uncomfortable with the compliments after.
Yeah.
Because people are giving him so much attention that he was kind of like, oh, you know how it makes you realize, it's a big deal if people are saying something, you know?
Yeah. And Nathan's always been a little bit introverted until he gets to know you. Then he's rambunctious. But what were we going to say, Alison?
Great kid.
No, he was adorable.
Yeah. But I was just personally happy to see somebody, one of the younger people in the church, doing that, because we don't have that very often. I mean, of course, we have the senior Sunday every year where they run the service, but we don't have a lot of the youth actually participating in the worship service, doing special music and that kind of thing. So that was really
That's why I loved it when Emily Keene is always a part of the Christmas cantata. It's so fun to see her over there playing French horn or yeah. And
then we had Parable of the Weeds. We did Everlasting God, which we have not done in like 4 or 5 years. I got a lot of compliments on that song, which is a great song anyway. And Alison, do you want to revisit your sermon?
No.
It has been put to bed, apparently.
I can't even think about it because now I'm focused on the parable.
Focus on this week.
Yeah.
This week is finally we're getting to the parable of the mustard seed.
And the yeast and the pearl of great price.
Yeah. And I wish, so there is in the call to worship, there's this whole thing, as the bulb hides the flower, as the seed hides the tree, as the cocoon hides the butterfly, so too does God bring forth life, even when we can't see it. And I was like, we just did Hymn of Promise like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I didn't want to revisit it. So, and then we've got Karina back on flute this week. So
good. Yay. Music.
We have her 2 more times. We have her this week, and then we have her on August 20th, and then she's gone back to school.
So. I think she's doing a concert at their house around that time. So I'll get the dates for the 2 of you. I'm sure her mom would love it if I invited the whole church.
At their house.
At their house. I won't give the address, but
And of course, we talked about the scripture, parable of the mustard seed, parable of the pearl of great price, and parable of what was the other one?
Yeast.
The yeast.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. But it should be a good Sunday. End of the month, it's July 30th. Next week, we go into August. I can't believe we're already in August.
I can't either.
And then, of course, a week from Saturday is a special wedding.
Yes.
Which
Matthew.
We've got, Matthew
and Vicky.
And I talked to them last week. We got music planned. So
excellent. What song? Or is it a surprise?
they want Vicky and I were talking about a Carpenter's tune, and it looks like I'm going to be doing Close to You.
I was just going to say, why do
birds suddenly appear? Yeah, that one.
That's exactly where my brain went.
So I got to get it. I got to transpose it to my key though, because Karen is a little bit outside of my range.
Okay. On the day that you were born, the angels got together.
I'm thinking there was a movie. Do you remember the movie Parenthood?
Oh.
And Rick Moranis sang it to his wife at the end. They were trying to rekindle their marriage. And he she's a school teacher, and he busted into her classroom and started singing it.
Oh, I don't think I ever saw that movie.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put it on my list.
I have so many on my list.
Steve Martin, and it's good.
I remember Steve Martin was in it. But I don't think I ever saw it. I don't think
it's good.
I've been revisiting some old movies lately too, so.
It's about dysfunctional families. And so you go, I see myself and my family in this family. And I see myself in you know what I mean? Like it's like, dysfunctional, but normal.
That's normal. Dysfunction is normal. So, we got a few announcements. We got the lantern. We're wrapping up the 10th Sunday of Pentecost is this Sunday. And confirmation class this Sunday at 6:00. Do you want to talk more about that?
I just want to send a little reminder to anybody in confirmation or their mamas who are watching that homework is due today. And I haven't received anybody's homework yet. So I'm sure they're on it and spending their day doing confirmation.
And I talked to my mentee last Sunday.
Oh, good.
We're going to try to get together in the next day or so.
Good.
But I got to text her. What was the other thing I was going to point? So this Sunday we're wrapping up our special offering for the month of July for the Gathering In. So if you're interested in donating, make your check payable to Loomis FUMC, put Gathering In the memo line. We have the last cooking class with Peruvian pork sandwiches this Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'm not eating meat right now, but dear Lord, that sounds good.
It is so good. We're going to shop tomorrow, and we're also, if you sign up and pay a little bit, we're doing a pisco sour tasting at the Caldwells.
Nice.
So because pisco is so expensive, I think I have to charge like $10 per person to taste. Maybe $5. We'll see. Depends how much pisco they want.
Yeah.
It's adult only. Adult only beverage.
Need to show your ID?
Yes, I need to see.
Darn, I got to withdraw that invitation to the youth.
Speaking of youth, you want to talk about the SST?
I do. Real quick, just a wrap up of our week. Last week, we stayed at the Methodist Retreat Center in Kings Beach, Lake Tahoe, but we worked at the United Methodist Church of the Mountains, which is in Truckee. And we had a great week and checked everything off the list that we could that week. We had 3 different teams working. One restained a deck, built a gate, and I have to say Drea Craycraft built the entire gate herself. She was amazing. Another team repaired, basically tore out a deck and built a new one, built stairs, another deck, stairs. They worked so hard. The work was beautifully done. They were on it. And I'll say, if you've ever been on a youth trip, when at the end, the people you're working with at the church invite you back, like anytime you all want to come back, and that's a compliment, because you never know. Like, we appreciate the fact that they went out on a limb and trusted us to bring in all these kids to do this work. And so that speaks so highly of the work they did that the church was like, please come back. This is so great. We'd love to have you back. So,
Well, and
I'm
kudos to you, Melanie, for organizing it. I mean, those trips are not easy to plan, and Butch and Scott, I'm sure, were great help, and everyone came back and said you did a great job.
Oh, thank you. Scott was our construction coordinator, because I don't speak that language. I just do what I'm told. But Scott understands it, gets it, and so he completely did that
That's awesome.
on his own over the last few months, has been organizing it. And Butch, it's usually just Scott and I doing these trips. And so it was so nice to have Uncle Butch with us. And he was a wonderful addition, and he was great. We could not have done it without him. I'm just so grateful to Scott and to Butch for their time and energy and efforts and tireless support of the youth. I'm so grateful.
Well, and it looked like a wonderful team. So good.
Yeah. So I'll put a video together soon, because it's easier, to kind of visualize it when you're looking at it. So I'll put together a video to show in the next couple of weeks.
Well, I saw the pictures you shared on the Facebook page, and
oh, good.
Yeah, it looked really beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, speaking of pictures, I keep looking at pictures of the pork sandwiches in the lantern. I got stuck there. I'm hungry.
Well, we're going to have some Peruvian tapas too, probably like at the Caldwell's with the Pisco.
Nice.
And when is that, Alison?
This Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Right after church.
Oh, okay. So the cooking is after church, and then the Caldwell's is after the cooking.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
We're going to go directly over there.
Gotcha. Cool.
There's a note in here that the fellowship hall and the preschool floors are being stripped and waxed this week. Yes. So there's no access to the hall until Sunday.
Yeah.
So
and can we go in the preschool on Sunday?
It doesn't say. I'm assuming, but I don't know. It doesn't say. It just says there's no access to the hall, so I don't know about the preschool.
Okay. Sunday, just kind of.
I'm guessing if we can be in the fellowship hall on Sunday, we can also be in the preschool on Sunday.
Yeah, that would be. I would make that assumption. Although you know what you say about assuming.
Yes. Yeah, Martin and I need to get in there probably sometime next week and get music planned for the fall, and file all the music from last season that we haven't filed yet. But there's a note in here from Christy Olson. She is taking orders for magnetic name badges again. They're $10 per adult suggested donation, and they're free for the youth. Deadline for orders is August 20th. So you've got 3 weeks? So, and
that's also the same day we're going to, oh God, it's crazy this summer. We're going to take in new members, but we are also going to have Atta and Adam from Palestine with us in worship. And Adam, I think, is going to talk about what it's like for Palestinian youth in the West Bank.
Oh,
we support. Yeah, he's great, and it'll be a fascinating talk. And I'll probably have him during worship. I'll preach a little bit, but definitely it's something you don't want to miss.
Okay.
And that's on the 20th?
Yes.
So I might have the older kids stay in that day.
Totally.
Like exploration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm guessing he's in his 20s.
Okay.
And has only lived in the West Bank. Knows only occupation, essentially.
Okay. Ooh, I'll put that word out to the families, because I bet they would like to hear that.
Yeah, his village, Wadi Fukin, the annual conference supports that village.
Yeah.
And they're also surrounded by settlements. So a lot going on.
I'm going to share a picture really quick.
Okay. Pork sandwich?
I know, I just love this picture.
Okay, share it.
This is, can you see?
Oh,
yes.
That's the church from 1954.
Wow. Alaire had that.
Yeah. I sent it to my dad, and he was like, that's a 1953 Chevy on the left.
Yeah.
And next to that is a 1952 Thunderbird, or what, That's funny.
I just think it's amazing that, these buildings, they're still here.
Uh-huh.
We just have the new sanctuary in front.
Uh-huh.
Those are amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we noticed, see on the left of the preschool, like where the cross is, and then to the right of the cross, all those windows. Now we don't have a flat roof. We have a whatever diagonal roof,
The A
and
roof.
we've taken in those windows.
Huh.
I just thought that was really cool. I saw that and I said, oh, I'm going to share that.
Oh, I'm so glad you did.
But that is March 7th, 1954, 50th anniversary celebration. That was the view from Brace Road. The East
So
Bay
cool.
Chapel used to be where our current sanctuary is now. It was moved to the back of the property in the 60s. Kiwanis Hall, the Sunday school rooms, is to the left. And does anybody know what the building to the right was?
Oh,
Was that maybe the old parsonage?
Oh,
and then that would be where the fellowship hall is today.
Yeah,
wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
It doesn't say, so maybe they're asking people
Huh.
to submit your guesses, but that was really cool. And that must have been like early morning because it looks like you can pick out some stars back there.
I
Or maybe
bet.
they're just marks on the film because film has those kind of things.
I bet Jerry would know, Jerry Llewellyn.
Probably. But I thought that was cool.
Frank Bailey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me stop sharing. We'll get back to what we were
So
doing.
cool.
That was really cool. I also got a note from Sharon. It was a last minute additional announcement she got after the lantern went out. But the Monday night Bible study has decided to continue in person through August at 7 p.m. in the library. So she wanted to make sure I announced that today. And how far did we get down? Okay. That's really about it. But we already talked about the podcast. We're coming up on a year. There are new addresses for Jerry and Sue Anko. They wanted to, because they moved quite a while ago, but they wanted to publish their new address again because Jerry's been dealing with his infection in his leg. But that address and Betty Langston's are in the Lantern this week. The Fall Winds Retreat is now scheduled for November 4th. And more information is available through Claire Bunch. Her email address is in there. There's an announcement about the congregation and its outreach with mission giving, and April included Native American Ministries, Food Pantry, Humanity Bags, Rise Against Hunger, UMCOR, Gathering In, Lenten Coins for Fire and Flood Kits. That totaled $11,917. All of those.
Wow.
Dang.
My head's spinning.
And plus 38,437 for the general fund.
Wow.
So
We have so much going on. I'm like, okay, just stop spinning.
it's hard to keep up with everything that's going on. It's one of the reasons we wanted to start this podcast almost a year ago. So that's it. Anything else for announcements you want to add? Sorry, my microphone keeps doing weird things, so if it's not making noises.
Okay, it's in perfect alignment with your Star Trek. Who's in red? I can't.
That's Scotty.
Oh, Scotty.
Scotty was the only red. Scotty was the only red shirt that survived 3 seasons.
Usually they got taken out.
Yep.
It looks like he's gonna grab on like that's a spaceship that's about to take off, and he's gonna grab on.
Which I really love this shirt. James's Aunt Jamie gave it to me. It's a cross between Star Trek and the Beatles. So.
Oh right. Oh yeah, I didn't see the crosswalk below before.
Yeah, the Abbey Road.
Yeah.
Nice. Anything else you want to talk about? Let me bring up really quickly how amazing the people at Loomis FUMC are. We had our concert on Sunday evening at Chautauqua Playhouse. Great crowd. And I stepped forward to sing my first song. And I said, the first thing I want to ask is, how many of you are from Loomis First United Methodist Church? And about a third of the crowd held their hands up.
That's great.
I think we probably had at least 20 people from the church there.
That's
So
great.
it was amazing.
I wanted to go. I took a nap and was not getting up.
But it was amazing just to have them there. We had a great concert. We had to jump through hoops to get that concert completed because we lost 3 people out of the 5 and we replaced 1, and then we had to reorganize the music, and instead of having 3 piano players we had 1, and so we ended up doing tracks for a lot of stuff so I wouldn't have to be sitting at the piano the whole show, and especially when I was singing. So but it turned out really well. Very happy with it. It was a fundraiser for the theater, and we did a lot. Martin and I sold a couple of CDs each, and it was good. It was really good. So thank all the people from the church who supported us. We're going to do it again. We're trying to bring one to the church. So we're looking at dates. So
I think I can get out of nap mode to go to that one.
okay. So that's it, unless you guys have something else. We can move on to joys and concerns.
Sure.
Right.
Absolutely.
Change gears.
No, stop spinning.
So we'll start with Joyce. Fred Berryman celebrated his 91st birthday. Joan and Bob are back.
Yeah, that was great to see them.
Yes. Bill and Patty Woolsey just celebrated their 46th wedding anniversary. We already talked about the Linton weddings coming up a week from tomorrow on August 5th. And I know he texted me about a rehearsal dinner coming up on, I think on that Friday. Yeah.
It is.
The Faith Garden team is thankful to be providing fresh produce twice a week to the food pantry.
And if you have seen the squash and zucchini that's coming out of there, it's enormous.
Yeah, it's alien.
I wanted, so I know they had some available at the church on Sunday, and I was going to grab some before I left, but I rushed out because I had to skip the Living Treasures thing because I had to get ready for the concert on Sunday night. But I wanted to grab some of the fresh produce on my way out, and I just was rushing and forgot.
Oh, and that Living Treasures event, like AXA, Phil, and the whole team, Alaire, all of them, they did a fantastic job. Lori Keene presented. Who else presented it? Alaire
and AXA.
AXA.
I know. Afterwards, I said to Lori, "You did such a great job. You want to be a liturgist?" And she goes, "Sure."
Oh,
good. So we added her to our list. Yeah.
Nice. She was. I don't think I've really heard her speak before. She did a really good job.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And I mean, it was so great to celebrate all
and I'm sure the food was amazing.
Oh, the food was beyond. Yeah,
it was.
We're Methodist. Oh, that was funny too, because during the concert we were singing. Our new person Wendy was singing a song. It was a little bit risque. And she's like, "I just want to apologize to the church people." And I was like, "It's okay, they're Methodist." So we had a great time. And like I said, the church was amazing. All the folks were there. Let's move on to concerns. We have continued prayer requests for the Jarretts. Art and Elizabeth have begun hospice referral process for Art. The Bowens asked for prayers for Bill's cousin Darlene. She recently suffered a catastrophic spinal injury while playing with her grandchildren at a water park. She's not expected to survive. So,
oh my goodness,
it sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Prayers for Wayne Connor's sisters. She's feeling discouraged. She's waiting for an upcoming repeat eye surgery, and also fell recently and broke her ankle.
Oh, we had another fall. Linda Kennedy's sister, Kathy Deems.
On campus?
No, she fell at home, I guess, and has some nasty fracture of her pelvis.
Oh no.
Yeah, I just forgot all about that. I'll make sure I send that to Sharon.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and I guess they're going to do surgery maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
But I'll let you all know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat and Wendy Aiello asked for prayers for their neighbor Steve. He had a heart attack while practicing golf. golf, but it took 30 minutes to start his heart again, but he is recovering, showing no signs of brain damage from loss of oxygen. So
Whoa.
that's good news.
Yeah.
The Berryman's friend Elizabeth is 4 months pregnant with her second child, and she and the baby are at risk. So they're asking for prayers for both of them. And more prayers requested for Jerry Angove, Betty Langston, and Yvonne Turner. I know Martin fell this week
Yes.
too at home
Stitches. He
and
didn't
had
say
needed
where.
stitches.
Oh.
And I haven't seen him since. So, but I did text him to make sure everything was okay. And he did a concert at the state fair yesterday. So he's up and about. So, and he'll be with us on Sunday as it stands right now. So, prayers of sorrow were requested for Wayne and Junie Connor, asking for prayers for their neighbor Norma, who just lost her husband of 75 years. And Alaire Outlaw's friend Markella just passed away after battling a congenital heart condition for 62 years. Prayers for her family. And you know Anne-Marie.
Mm-hmm.
She and her family just got back from a cruise, and she and her mom and dad, all three, have COVID.
Oh no. And Anne-Marie, that's not a good thing.
No, she's doing okay though. She's doing really well.
Okay. And her dad. How about her dad?
Her mom and dad have both been in the ER this week. They're home now. So they found her dad halfway off the bed Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning, unresponsive.
Wow.
His oxygen level had dropped dramatically.
Wow.
And then the mom went in with pneumonia. So
horrible. They should just call cruises COVID cruise.
Yes.
I was going to say, do we have anybody who's been on a cruise that didn't come back with COVID?
I told her that before she left. She's like, I know, I'm a little bit worried about it, but it was her brother-in-law's anniversary, her brother and sister-in-law's anniversary, and she didn't want to be a stick in the mud, so they all went. And now she's like, I told you so. So,
yeah.
But all are home now, and they're all doing better. So it looks like they're recovering very well. So that's all I've got. Any others you want to add?
No, not that I can think of.
My son's feet look like they went through a meat grinder. He started soccer again, and that's gross. He had his first game yesterday afternoon, and he has new cleats and all, but he has a new coach that absolutely works their fannies off, and his feet.
Blisters?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Just like the whole bottom of one of his big toes is purple, like dark purple. I took a picture, but I'm not just because it's so bizarre. But yeah, so
I'm an expert at feet from breaking in cleats every single hockey season. My feet just got destroyed. So if he needs any advice.
Well, we got new cleats because he practiced in the cleats that caused the blisters. So we went to get new ones, but then there's like blisters under I mean, y'all, it's so gnarly. It's not. And he's going up and down the stairs, and Cooper's pretty tough, and it's like, ow, ow, ow. Like his calves are hurting.
Did you buy Compeed? That's a trick I learned on the Camino. All the hikers.
What is it?
It's called Compeed, and you can get it at REI, and it's kind of like moleskin, but it's got medicine in it, and you do put it over the blister, and then it falls off on its own.
Yeah. It was not called that, but yeah, the guy at the soccer place told us where to go.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so we have the equivalent. It's not called that. But
it's awesome. I mean, on the Camino, every single hiker had that.
Yeah. His feet are good and wrapped today.
Yeah.
Oh, poor. Oh.
Well, do you want to lead us?
PTSD.
Do you want to lead us in a word of prayer, Alison?
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking I would just like to end with, the new kind of mission statement that was shared at annual conference this year. And I just think it's something we can all take to heart every day. And it's following Jesus, thriving in community, and healing the world. So I think that's the perfect blessing to go out with every day. Following Jesus, thriving in community, and healing the world. So that's it.
I love it.
That's it for me.
Okay. Well, then we'll have the website flashing across the screen, and we invite you to join us either online or in person at the church. And you've got a lot of stuff going on at Loomis First United Methodist Church. To be a smaller church, we just have so many people giving so much on a daily basis.
Yes, we do.
So it's
And a lot of
amazing.
generous people. I mean,
Yes,
not just financially, but with their time and their gifts.
exactly.
We are blessed.
So saying that, I guess I will see you both on Sunday.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
May the force be with you.
May the force be with you. And I will chat with you later.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.